That Mags & Co ammo, so it'll be perfect.
Are you ready? Stand by. Alright, we're out here in Sidney, Nebraska with Thomas from Highby Outdoors.
Hey.
And he's here to school me on how to actually shoot a pistol. So we're going to work on the doubles drill. Just 2 shots 4 times, and we're going to work on grip durability. Keep those shots in the A zone. Here we go.
Alright, here we go. Ready? Stand by. Alright, are you ready?
Ready.
Stand by. Stand by. Alright, so pretty consistently, we're going to go look at some targets. Pretty consistently, we are hitting alpha and then low, alpha and then low, right? Because there's a lot of alphas, but there's also all this other stuff. Really, I think that this is just a result of our grip is changing while we shoot, right? It's common. That's why we do this drill, is because it is constantly telling us, like, if our hand is moving while we're shooting, or if we are anticipating the second shot because we are driving the gun down to try to control the recoil, you'll commonly see that result. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to continue doing this drill, but we need to, basically, we're going to do it as a single shot, right? It's going to be like bang, click. On the second shot, we're going to leave the gun empty, right? That click, I think we're going to find really quick that you're probably diving the gun down on the second shot. I mean, again, like, what are you supposed to do, right? Like, I want to fight the recoil. You have to fight the temptation, man. Hold the gun just still. I mean, a 9mm is this big. The explosion is like small. You can overcome that really easily. And again, like, what we're looking for here, I don't know if you want to take that real quick, and I'll shoot on, we'll just back up. This is not something that I did or came up with. This is something that, like, Ben Stoker and X-Ray Alpha, Matt Branca teach all the time. And basically it's just that I'm trying to just hold the guns, the dot and everything is supposed to just return to where I started, and the amount of effort that it takes, if at all, to get the gun back to exactly where I started is minimal. I mean, we're talking really small. So, like, for a contrast of, here I am, like, really fighting it, you know, like trying really, really hard, or just, I mean, I'm just holding on to the gun and I'm not really trying to drive it down or do anything crazy. I'm just letting the gun do the thing. You know, hell, it looks like I flinched right there. I know for a fact that even though my results on the target look fine, right? Like, results-wise, it's fine. Chances are, if I'd had a shot in that last one, it still would have ended up right here. What you see is me, like, actively moving the gun back to 0. Now, is that like a good habit? No, like, it makes me look stupid. But at the end of the day, I know that I'm still fighting and working that out. Like, I am objectively pretty decent at this. Not like Grandmaster great, but I'm pretty decent at it. And that stuff still happens to me all the time. It just is what it is. You're always fighting it. And a drill like the doubles drill, and we'll get back to it right now, is something that even the absolute best are constantly working on, because it's not like riding a bike. Once you figured it out, you figured it out. Like, I'm sure the guys that race bikes are always like trying to get better. You wouldn't think that there's an extra level. It's like, no, we're just doing this. It's like, no. It's way more complicated now. Maybe it's as complicated as you want to make it, I guess. But really and truly, like the top level guy, Christian Soller, shooting, and is like gonna go win some more nationals and world championships here soon. Like, you ask him what his training is during the winter when it sucks outside, and he's indoors shooting doubles drills. That's all there is to it. So we're gonna do some more. All right, so what we're gonna do next is basically have just one round in the gun and no magazine. So it's gonna go bang, cycle, and then click, okay? The click is gonna tell us what we need to know. And it's not gonna be that we are going to be judging him for how much his gun moves after the fact. He's going to be paying attention to his sights or his red dot or whatever to determine how much it moved. It's gonna look hilariously bad to us. It just looked hilariously bad for me a minute ago. But how much movement he sees is really what matters. And like, that's the takeaway. All right, let's do it.
Okay.
All right, so again, it's gonna be like draw to the head, right? And go bang, click.
Just whenever.
Well, I'll give you a standby beep, but yeah, it's gonna be bang, click. And the idea is to watch how much it moves on that second shot. All right, stand by. All right, let's do it again. So you just take a mag, throw one in, take the mag out. Let's do it again. Ready? Stand by. Okay, so it like looks pretty good. I can see
it dips down.
You dips down on the second shot, right?
Yep. And I feel myself pulling it down.
Yeah, right. And like, you're always going to be fighting that forever. That's just the way it is. But again, the idea is to get that minimized as much as you can, doing drills like this, and then figuring out that like, you really don't have to fight it that much, man.
Right.
You really can be extremely relaxed and still get the same results here. And I guess I'll just show you like a really easy way to demonstrate that is to throw some ammo in the, I don't know, I'll hold it like this. Like, this is so very obviously not the right way to hold the gun, but like, it really just doesn't take that much effort to still get like pretty decent results in the head. It just, if we're fighting it more than we should, you'll always end up with those low shots, especially if you're doing stuff under pressure or time pressure.
Right.
100% of the time. So all you can do is fight it in drills like this, bang, click, see if you're messing up, and if you are, then try not to, right? And again, like, you just do it through repetitions over and over. And then you can do that same drill in dry fire. You know, it's like, here I am with my gun at the buzzer, beep, click. And then like, how much did I see my sights move? Did it when that happened? Beep, click. Like, you just can do that over and over and over. And that's gonna be better for you than coming out here and burning a bunch of ammo, and then at the end of the day, still finding shots low. Because the longer you're actually actively fighting that recoil, it's almost like developing a flinch, right?
Yep.
It's a timed flinch. That's what in USPSA they refer to it as a timing thing. You're learning to time the gun, and like, counting on that is, in my mind, like counterintuitive and counterproductive. I want to be shooting reactively to like good sight pictures every single time. Now on a target like this, it's really close, I am absolutely, and even that one, I am absolutely going to be just depending on a really great grip and shooting predictively. I am predicting that if I'm holding my gun into the middle of the target and slamming the trigger twice, that my grip and everything will keep it in a good scoring zone, right? Mm. But you almost never really truly figure out how to hold the gun still and consistently in live fire. Dry fire is where the gun doesn't recoil. And again, like, wouldn't it be great if I was strong enough that my 9mm had absolutely zero recoil? That's the whole point.
Right.
So I might as well pretend like it has no recoil, because I know that if I'm shooting and I'm holding my gun right, the dot or the sights are going to return right back to where I started, and I'm not going to fight for it much. And in dry fire, you don't fight for anything. All you're fighting for is making sure that the dot doesn't move when you get to a target and you slam the trigger. So anyway, 10,000 more words. Shooting's more fun than talking. There's a thing called Burkett reloads, and that's where you use a par timer that gives us a first beep, do your action, and then the second beep to finish the action. And so what we'll do is, at the first beep, we're going to go to our gun for a draw. First beep and second beep, we'll actually draw the gun, okay? And the idea is that between the beeps, you'll take a quick moment. Again, it's only a second between beeps. You're taking a quick moment to, like, did I do this properly? Am I where I need to be? Did I do this right? And assess your situation and then draw the gun from the second one. So, right? So that's the idea. Okay, and you'll do that. You can do that on reloads all the time. So, all right. So the first beep, we go for the magazine and we press the button, and the second beep, we stick the magazine in the gun. You could do that on draws. You can do it on reloads. You can do it on transitions. So on this next one, I'm going to have my gun out on target already. Okay. And the first beep, I'm going to move my eyes. You can't see this. I'm going to move my eyes to the target over here. And the second beep, I'm going to move the gun. So, right? Same idea. Then you do it live. Low. Good in reverse. So again, like, that's called the Burkett drills, you know, and I don't remember the guy's first name, but something Burkett, and that's sort of what he did, was break these reloads down into bits and pieces. And you can use this on everything in practical shooting or learning shooting drills, is just break it up into multiple actions. If you need more time between the beeps so that you can assess if you're doing things right, then do that. Make it 2 seconds, right? So, and again, like, if you've established an amount of time that it takes you to, like, aim and then pull the trigger, you should be going at that speed in live fire all the time. Speed mode, if you will. That's one more thing that, like, again, I didn't come up with any of this cool stuff. Joey Sauerland calls it speed mode. And that's like going beyond my capability, because I'm in practice, and as long as I'm, like, hyper aware of where my sights were when the gun went off, even if it was in the D zone or something, or on the edge of the target, that's okay for practice. I learned something from that, and that's that I can't get away with doing that, right? So, all the time, you should be pushing speed in your practice, because if you want to get good at 150 miles an hour, you have to drive 180. Anyway, I'm going to do it again. See? Miss. Miss. Try it again. There we go. Like, just getting wild with it and shooting faster than I should, not seeing exactly what I should see, and just thinking I can get away with it, and sometimes you don't. Are you ready?
Ready.
Stand by. There you go. Let's do it again. Are you ready?
Ready.
Stand by. Yeah. Let's do it again. Are you ready?
Ready.
Stand by. Does that make sense how that works?
Yep.
Yeah.
I just need to present my pistol properly so I don't lose track of the dot. So,
you think it'd be easier if I covered the dot with tape for you?
I guess there's only one way to find out.
It will be. Watch. Go ahead and get your gun out.
Okay.
And have it aimed. No. Won't focus. There it is. Okay. All right. Now we have the front of the optic covered, right?
Yep.
So now if you aim at that popper way down range, like, can you see the popper?
Yeah.
Yeah. Can you see the red dot superimposed on the popper?
Yep.
Yeah. So can you imagine now? Look directly at the dot. Just at the dot.
Yep.
Everything disappears.
Yep.
Yep. And that's bad. Things disappearing is bad.
That's probably similar to what I do when I have both eyes open on a shotgun.
Yeah. Dude,
It's exactly what it is.
It's exactly what it is.
That's probably why.
A shotgunner can relate to the red dot shooting very easily.
Yep.
Yep. Cool. Let's go put it in practice. All right, we're gonna do it again. This time, his dot is occluded. All right. Are you ready?
Ready.
Stand by. All right, let's do it again. Stand by. How do you feel about the way the gun comes back? Are you seeing the light? Like, just stare at the target.
Yep.
Right? You can't do anything but stare at
Yep.
the target.
Yeah.
Let's do it again.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Ready.
Stand by. Stand by. Yeah. All right. Is the idea, right? Obviously, I got ahead of myself on the first start, and it's like, nope, I need to wheel it back, and then you get dialed into it, and you're like, okay, I've got time to aim. As long as I get my gun there soon enough, I give myself just that little bit of extra time to make sure my shots are going to be good. Because yeah, you're hearing the metronome, and you know that you could go click, 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 and have this time in between, but you want to go click, 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 click. You want to try to move the sights to the next target as aggressively as you can without it being like spastic, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So anyway, your turn. Yeah. Here's another little tip. Not all dry fire has to involve actually pulling the trigger. So like right now, his gun is loaded, and if he pulled the trigger, the gun's gonna go off. But we want to interject some dry fire in this. Dry fire doesn't necessarily mean pulling the trigger and like the gun going click. It's like visual dry fire. I want you to be looking at the targets, and all the visual stuff, the moving of the eyes and all that, we still want to be going on. We're just not pulling the trigger. Our finger is just gonna stay on the side of the gun. Right?
Okay.
Because
Yep.
again, like 90% of shooting, okay, I don't know, okay, 83.6% of shooting is visual. It really is. So let's try it. All right. Now let's get them transitions faster. So it's hard to get the transition speed up when we know we're trying to shoot at a certain pace.
Yeah.
And so what helps here is if like add more shit. It's like to that one there, okay? Let's do it.
So 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
That's pretty hard.
Yeah. So let's go ahead and head it and have you shoot it at that pace and see what we get. All right.
Just the 2 or all 3?
All 3. Why not? Let's do it.
All right, start over.
Yeah. It sucks, doesn't it?
I instantly forgot.
This teacher sucks.
Way off.
Feels wild.
Yeah, it's
It
wild.
feels very wild. Now try 2 shots on each target with the transition in the middles, right?
Okay.
Let's do it. Pop.
Better.
Metronomes suck. They sucked when I was a drummer and they suck now. There we go. Again, like, I can tell that my eyes are not necessarily getting all the way in front of the gun on every single one of those reps. Now, I know that my index and everything is good enough that I will have at least hits on target, but it's not enough, and that's okay. This speed mode stuff is supposed to make you feel very, very uncomfortable because, you know, at any pace lower than that now, it just seems easy. Again, yep, building urgency in our transitions. Not necessarily that all things need to be shot at this pace, but urgency and transition. All right, whenever you're ready. Yeah, I mean, so besides just the losing track of hearing it, which is, again, like, that's fine. Obviously, that thing is not louder than a gunshot is. Dude, your transitions were perfect. You were going bang, bang, move, bang, bang, move, bang, bang, every single time. And so, yeah, like, screw the fact that you weren't exactly on time. We're shooters, not drummers.
Yeah.
Like, your transitions were at the speed they needed to happen. So what we found is that at 115 BPM, your transitions are looking exactly like they need to. And our hits are like, on that target, obviously we're okay. Over here, I don't really know, but like, that one looks pretty good. Over there, like, we got some stuff that's kind of flying around off to the left, off to the left, and that's okay. But again, like, I think what we're finding is, so 115 BPM is a comfort zone. And so you could always, like, go back to that to practice, but you need to be at that, like, bump it up to 120, 125, 130, and that becomes your speed mode temporarily. And then when 130 starts to feel a little comfortable, maybe not even quite comfortable yet, bump it up to 150 and see what that feels like. Practice at 150. If you are coming away from practice feeling good about yourself, you did it wrong.
Fair enough.
Right. Spread them. It's on camera, I hope. Good. All right. Are you ready? Stand by. Oh, no.
Oh, I missed that target.
Oh, yeah. You got your plan? Got your mags loaded? You could not be more prepared for this.
Well, we'll give it a whirl.
All right. Are you ready?
Ready.
Stand by.
Clear.